Welcome back. Today we are exploring TEAC 6.3D. I can add, subtract, multiply, and divide integers fluently. So today we're looking at addition and subtraction in another way. We've looked at concrete models, we looked at counters, and we used number lines. Now we're going to teach you how to use and combine them with another strategy we like to call the scoreboard. So here are the steps to the scoreboard. Number 1, draw and label the scoreboard. This is what a scoreboard looks like. It's a little T-chart. We have positives on the left, negatives on the right. Box the numbers in the problem, taking the sign in front of the numbers. We've been doing this before. We just put circles, right? Fill in the scoreboard. Who has more, the positive side or the negative side? And by how much? And write your answer, including the sign. So let's jump to it and see how to use our scoreboard. So we're going to start with number 6. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to draw my scoreboard. And as I'm reading, I'm going to highlight some important numbers. Willie has his token on space 9. That's important because that's where he started. During his next 4 plays, he moved forward 3 spaces, he moved back 4 spaces, and he lost a turn. And then he moved forward 8 spaces. What space was Willie on after these 4 plays? So let's go back and verify, clarify, and simplify what happened. So we know that Willie started on 9, so that's where he is. That's a positive, okay? Got a place where he started. During his play, he moved forward. So if I move forward, that's a positive, so that goes on the plus side. He moved back, that's a negative. He lost the turn, so that doesn't count, okay? And then he moved forward 8. Awesome. So on our plus side, we have 9, 3, and 8, and on our negative side, we have 4. So the first thing you need to know about a scoreboard is everything on that side gets added up. So everything on this side, we need to add and get our total for the positives. And then everything on this side, we need to add to get our total for the negatives. So we have 9 plus 3, that's 10, 11, 12. And then 12 plus 8 will give me 20. And then on this side, I just have 4. And that 4 is a negative 4. So the next thing you need to know is if you have numbers on both sides, you subtract those numbers and you're going to take the sign of the larger number. So first of all, the larger number is 20. So my answer is going to be positive. And then I need to subtract. 20 minus 4 is going to give me 16. And it's going to be a positive 16. So that's my answer. So let's do a recap of the scoreboard. You put all your positives on the left, all your negatives on the right. All the things on the left in this column, you add. So everything in the columns, you add. I added all these and got 20. I only had the 4 here, so I brought it down. At the end, if you have numbers on both sides, you subtract those. And then the number that's largest, the answer gets that sign. So 20 was larger, so it was a positive 16. Let's look at another one. It says a roller coaster begins at 90 feet above ground level. So we want to highlight 90 feet and definitely above, right? Then it descends. Ooh, descends. That's a word we may not know. Let's put a box around it. 105 feet. Find the height of the coaster after the first descent. That's that word again, another form of it. So first of all, descend. Descend means to go down. Okay, we're talking about a roller coaster. So it was up and then it comes down. Descend means to go down. Ascend means to go up. Ascend starts with A, go up. Descend goes down. So remember, with integers, vocabulary is very important. Let's draw our scoreboard, positive and negative. So it started 90 feet above. So we know, above is positive. And descend, if it goes down, that's negative. So it descended 105. I don't have more than one number in my column to combine. I just have these two. So that means since I have a number on both sides, what am I going to do? I'm going to subtract. So I have to subtract those numbers. You can do side work. And I'm going to get 15. Remember, you're going to take the sign of the larger number. So the larger number is 105, and it's in the negative column. So my answer is going to be negative 15, and that's probably feet. Negative 15 feet, okay? So where would the roller coaster be after the first descent? It will be a negative 15 feet. So this one was easy. I only had two numbers, a positive and a negative. If I have a number on both sides, I subtract, and I take the sign of the larger number. Let's look at one more, which is a little bit more complicated, but also fun. So let's put our scoreboard down first. Positives and negatives. Positive and negative. So this one says Leah's bank balance was $42.67. Her deposits and withdrawals since then can be represented as she had a positive 50, a negative 15, a negative 21. She deposited $16.25, and she deposited $25. What is her bank balance now? So we have a nice combination of withdrawals and deposits. Remember, deposits means money you put into your account, put in, positive, and withdraw means to take out, money we're taking out of our account. To put in and take out, okay? So we always want to start with her beginning balance. What she has is positive $42.67. And what we're going to have to trick here is lining up those decimal points. Remember, we talked about addition and subtraction of decimals. That's coming in here. Then she added $50. So that's a whole number. Our decimal point is here behind the zero. She withdrew $15. So that's a negative. Then she withdrew 21. That goes on the negative side. She deposited $16.25, positive side, and $25, positive side. Okay? So again, everything in a column gets added. So everything on this side needs to be added. Everything on this side needs to be added. Draw a little line here. So if I combine this will be 36. This will take some side work. Give me a little time to work this one out. So I end up with a positive $133.92 and a negative 36. Remember, if I have numbers on both sides, that's right, we need to subtract. So we're going to subtract those numbers and then take the sign of the larger. Well, 133 is larger, so my answer is going to be positive. And you can do, again, side work for this. Remember that decimal point is going to be here. We need to do some borrowing. So we should get $97.94. 92 cents, and it's a positive answer. So 97.92, I'll just write that over, is what is left in her account after all her withdrawals and deposits. So I hope that this seemed really easy. Remember, we want to look for integer words that denote positive and negative meanings: deposit, withdrawal, credit, debit, ascend, descend. Use your chart in your interactive notebook to help you. And we want to start using this great strategy called the scoreboard whenever we're combining our integers. So good luck and let's practice.